How expensive is the service? Or how cheap is the service?
Now, the fact is there's really no expense to you as a user. Because if you look, the convenience and the cost reduction to you is awesome. Now, I'll give you a simple example.
It doesn't cost me anything, so where do you make your money?
Well, we make our money from transactions. We make money from transactions. But let me give you this, for example.
I don't understand that.
Are you part of the charges the banks give to the customer?
Mm-hmm.
Now there are transaction fees that you pay for transactions.
But you just say it doesn't cost us anything.
No, I'll share this with you. If you stay here today and you want to make a payment, let's take hypothetically, you want to make a DSTV payment, for example.
Okay.
You will need to take it. You are here in this place, and you need to walk or, take a ride all the way to Victoria Island, and so to try to make those payments. How much is it going to cost you to take that to get to Victoria Island to make those payments?
Okay, so I choose to use Etranzact.
If you use Etranzact, it is much convenient. You can do it 24/7 in the comfort of your home at 1/3 of what will have cost you, or even 1/10 of what will have cost you to do the
So when you said it didn't cost us anything, you lied.
No. No, it's simply because, for example, it has saved you a lot more than you normally would have, spent.
So can you give us a percentage or something?
No, take for example, if you're doing a transaction, and what has happened is that CBN has looked at this so well, and to some level, they have also regulated some form of fees that people can pay for stuff like that. You can't pay more than 100 naira, for example, to do maybe a transfer. So 100 naira, and so taking a taxi from this place all the way to. So it's
certainly reasonable. Certainly reasonable.
Yes.
In recent times, the CBN's come up with a series of policies that have impacted the e-payment industry in Nigeria. Has this affected you in any?
No, I think
of course it will affect you. Is
it
a positive impact you're receiving, or?
It is positive because, now mind it is the responsibility of the CBN, and the CBN are doing an awesome job in this. They set up different kind of committees. Most of them also were part of it. And if you look at what CBN is trying to do, is to see how we can reduce the unbanked in our society, move money from the informal sector back into the formal sector, and every means possible, they want to do that. And that's why, for example, when they license, the number of people they license is simply to see how can we reduce the number of unbanked people in our communities. Now, a lot of cash is going through, in different forms. Now, if you can reduce that cash into electronics, not only have you saved the country a lot of money, you have also saved a lot of hassle and cost even to even the receivers, that the biller themselves, or even the people receiving money. So those policies simply is to help, the transacting life of Nigerian public.
Okay. From the figures we have here, Etranzact is growing, and so is the profit. We hear that you all have declared, your operating profit, yes, went from 380 million in 2014 to 851 million, representing a growth of about 124%. So what are you doing right?
No, I think people only pay for value. If I tell my colleagues that if you cannot add value to the lives of the people that are using, then we don't have any moral right to charge, for our for using our platform. So we've seen that we're adding value, and when people see the value, they naturally, just like what I just said a while ago, if it costs you that little to be able to do that transaction in a very convenient manner, secure manner, you would love to do that. But let me say that it is really just the beginning, because we're doing something right because it's adding value to our users, and that's what our mantra is: adding value to people. to users, to our banks, to our partners, and that's what Etranzact is doing. So really, I'm sure that just for any other business too, so long as you can add value to the people, to your target audience, it will always come out right. So long as you add value to that. I'm sure, like Channel, I'm sure you're adding a lot of value to to your listeners.
Rolling this in my mind, if I have the card of a bank, for instance, would I still need to use Etranzact? Is it not the same function that both of them will perform?
Now, let me say that, because you can actually use a card, and that card could be an Etranzact card also. But
Etranzact has its own card.
Has its card too, and Etranzact partners with the bank in different forms. So, you see, the mobile always stands out, because when you look at cards and look at ATM, these are generic systems. It has always been there. And what we did was to create something a little more innovative, more different from what is there in the society. In 2003, mobile banking, I would say that Etranzact practically pioneered it in this country, even in this continent. Because in 2003, who is using actually a mobile phone to be able to check balances, to make payments. In 2003, you have what they call telephone banking, whereby you call, and then as you enter a PIN, and it gives you all that. But we cannot change that whole aspect of it. That right from that handset, you can do that transaction yourself without having to engage that call process. Now, so this was really pioneered, by Etranzact. So, but look at it again. If you come back to card, the cards will continue to do a great job. But the fact is that you need to always relocate somehow. You need to move from point A to point B to be able to use it, either a POS or an ATM. Your mobile phone, for example, so you can actually stay here and give money to somebody who is in Kaduna or in Sokoto. You can stay here and make a school fees payment for your daughter maybe in Soka, or your son, whoever. And that's what it does, helping remote payment make possible remote payment.
Okay. What's the philosophy behind Etranzact?
One is empowerment, and the philosophy is get you as a user, to empower you to be in control of your money. And if you achieve that, whereby you are truly in control, you dictate what you use it for, how you use it for, when you use it, that is really, we know we are achieving our vision.
Is it the same philosophy that moved you to do a rebranding?
Well, yes. I mean, the rebranding is for us to bring back home again the whole beliefs of Etranzact. Talks about empowerment, efficiency, ease, and that's what that rebrand is supposed to bring. That is to make things simple. Payment shouldn't be a hard thing to do. It should be simple. People don't even like to pay, and you want to make it a hassle for them to pay, So that would work, So the whole idea is to ensure that you make the life of the user as simple as possible, and that's what we do.
Okay, so all we can say now is congratulations on these huge profits that you're making in a seemingly depressed economy.
Now, let me say,
which means that obviously you are doing something right. You have cut yourself a little niche.
Now, I think the important message also that is here is that Etranzact is a product from home. It's homegrown product. It is not bought from anywhere, either from the West or wherever it is, and yet it's moving. And then when it underscores is that also we have a lot of Nigerians with ideas that need, to be given a chance. A lot of Nigerians, either in the school, in the universities and all that, with great ideas that can be harnessed.
Okay, all right then. The CEO and founder of Etranzact, Mr. Valentine Obi.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you very much.
Sunrise will return in just a moment, and it's for that segment you've been waiting for. See you in just a moment.